So you're looking for a great way to display your 20th anniversary Slave 1 Lego set. Well, today I want to show you guys the IDisplayIt Slave 1 stand here to review. Now, a huge thank you to IDisplayIt for sending a copy of the Slave 1 stand my way. Now, before we go ahead and continue, I do have some more exciting IDisplayIt content coming later on this year or the beginning of next year. Of course, the Slave 1 stand didn't come in this big box. There is some other stuff. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click that bell icon to stay tuned for some very exciting content coming in a few months or so. But today we're taking a look at the Slave 1 stand here. Of course, it comes beautifully packaged, making sure there is not going to be any damages whatsoever. It's wrapped in multiple layers of bubble wrap and duct tape, and of course there is a label on the side which does let you know what exact stand is which to avoid any confusion. But it's great that they're packing it really well to avoid any damages. Now, IDisplayIt is a UK based company, but they do have a manufacturer here in the US. IDisplayIt is a family run business that has been found out of their love for Lego. You guys can check out the UK and the US links down below in the description. Make sure you guys go check out all their awesome wide ranges of products. Now, the Slave 1 stands do come wrapped in, I believe this is saran wrap or just a general packing wrap. This is just to make sure none of the parts get loose or separated in transit to your location. The Slave 1 stand does come with 3 separate parts here. Our first one's going to be the longer backbone, which is just what I call it. Now, all the pieces in the Slave 1 stand are going to be made of 6mm thick acrylic. So that being said, it's going to be extremely sturdy. It's going to take an ungodly amount of pressure for you to actually crack anything. So it's a very reliable stand, and as you guys will hear in just a second, it's pretty sturdy on the table, so you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything like that. And as it does turn out, applying and putting all these pieces together is very simple. All you have to do is connect the little connector piece into the base, and of course you're gonna have to remember to take off the little protective sheet or protective layer. This does of course reduce the risk of scratches and stuff like that to maximize the display look of it. Now, it will take a little bit of pressure for you to actually interlock all these parts, so don't get worried if you're applying a decent amount of pressure for it to interlock, but you will feel once the stand itself does come together. And well, once it is together, you finally have a way to display the Slave 1 as it was meant to be. Now, of course, the Slave 1, we know it looks the coolest when it's in its flying formation and not when it's laying on the ground. And so, of course, the IDisplayIt Slave 1 stand does allow you to display the set as, at least in my opinion, is the best way to see it. Now, it is super cool because there are no nuts and bolts, there are no screws. It's all simple interlocking acrylic pieces. So as long as you are safe and precautious when applying all these pieces, you should have no problem. Now, I will explain briefly how the actual stand itself works. Like I said, there's no nuts or bolts and there's no additions to the Lego set you have to make to actually utilize the stand. It basically all kind of fits in the natural grooves of the Lego set itself, and I'll show you what I mean by that exactly. And as a reminder, this display stand does sell for $15. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned that long backbone piece, and that's kind of exactly how the Slave 1 is standing on this IDisplayIt stand. Essentially, it's cut very precisely to fit in the natural grooves of the set. It utilizes that Technic beam that you would otherwise hold it in your hand with the handle that the Slave 1 20th anniversary set was actually praised for. And it's a very smart way because this kind of uses laws of natural physics and gravity to make sure the set itself doesn't fall over. So it uses that beam as a backbone for the actual set, and it fits in the grooves of other different elements within the Slave 1 itself. So you can see here the Slave 1 is standing perpendicular directly 90 degrees. It's not at an angle. It's not relying entirely on gravity. It is a very practical stand and does allow you to display the Slave 1 in what is the best way, quite honestly, to display such a beautiful Lego set with a beautiful display stand. If you like this display stand, they have tons and tons of other ones for other well-known Lego sets. Of course, they also have a display case for the Slave 1 20th anniversary Lego set. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Make sure you go ahead and check out that as well. On top of that, make sure you guys go ahead and check out idisplayit.co.uk and as well as the American US based website. I'll leave both those links down below in the description. They have a wide variety of products. Now, the odds are if you have a Lego set, there's a pretty good chance that IDisplayIt has a case and or stand for you to go with. That's also at a pretty affordable price. So again, make sure you guys check out all the links down below in the description. Now, remember, towards the beginning of the video, I hinted that there would be some much larger partnership content with IDisplayIt coming later on very soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'll drop a little hint right now for all you guys still watching. Basically, IDisplayIt has provided the one and only God tier display case for my dream set eventually when I do get it. That's the content coming up. I don't think you guys are going to want to miss that. Make sure you are all subscribing and make sure you click that bell icon. Also, as well, guys, make sure you're all following IDisplayIt on all their social medias. I'll leave links down below, guys. Make sure you go ahead and support them. And last but certainly not least, if this wasn't abundantly clear enough in the beginning of the video, the Slave 1 stand was provided to me for free by IDisplayIt, but in no way did that impact my review of it. And thank you to Steve from IDisplayIt. If you're watching this, I certainly hope you are. I'm super honored that this is actually my first free product promotion video, and this honestly is a huge confidence booster in what I'm doing here on my channel, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. But down below in the comments, let me all know what you guys are thinking. Like I said, this Slave 1 stand is $15. That's not breaking the bank at all. I think it's a great price for a really aesthetically pleasing and very reliable stand. But I'll see you guys later very soon with some more IDisplayIt content. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.